Hey, what's up, guys? I am Heavy J, and welcome back to 3J Gaming. We are back at it yet again with Diablo 3, the Necromancer class. This time, I have collected a different set. It is the Pestilence set. This is, of course, what it looks like. The wings and the pet are mine. You get the wings for getting the Rise of the Necromancer DLC. But all in all, it looks pretty badass. I do not like the helmet with the mosquito beak looking thing on top of it. I like the floating crown on top though. All in all, it's not bad. Let me go through it here. I'll do the build and the weapons. Let's start with the skills here real quick. I'm using bone spikes with Path of Bones. It's really good for kind of like sniping. Like, this is almost like a sniper build. Like, you want to stay back as much as you can and just lob in as many attacks as you can. Right trigger and right bumper are, of course, my command golem and command skeletons. Both pretty useful in order just to keep things off of you. That's not really that required. You could, if you prefer curses or other types of crowd control, you can always use those. The bread and butter of this set is the bone spear. I have it set to shatter. It sends out one single spear, and it detonates, blowing up with a 15-yard radius, damaging everything around it. I feel that it's best with the amount of enemies that this game has. That piercing is not going to do a whole lot. I want to blow up all of them where they're all nice and concentrated. Now, I don't even know how to say this word, so yeah, whatever this is. It spawns a duplicate of you that pretty much copies your powers. There's a helmet much like this one that it's pretty much a copy of. I do it to where I have bone and blood, so I have two copies, and I'm just going to say 3 bone spears, and that's enough said for why I have this power. Of course, I have Devour with Devour and Aura in order to suck up all the juicy corpses in order to restore my essence. Very, very powerful. Very easy to use, just simply walk. I did change my passives a little bit. I didn't see the purpose of having a bunch of stuff for, of course, my pets when this is not a pet build. The Bone Prison isn't really that necessary. Again, it's crowd control, which is nice, keeping things away from you. 30% chance to trap enemies for 3 seconds. Not too bad. Serration, Bone Spikes, Bone Spear, and Bone Spirit deal 1% increased damage for every 1.5 yards from you, to a maximum of 20%. Again, it's kind of like a sniper build. I noticed that this actually does a lot. If I stay back and just lob them into the fight, it does a ton more damage. Now, I did find a scythe, so I figured the Dark Reaping here would be completely worth it. While using the scythe, gain 2% essence and life per kill, just for sustaining your life and, well, essence. And this, you're healed for 10% of your life when hit, life on hit, when any of your minions hit an enemy. Again, really worth it if you're using the minions. If you're not, if you're using curses or something else, I'd suggest changing that. Alright, let's go through my gear here, and we'll move on. I just found this. I literally, like my first Greater Rift today, it dropped, and I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's freaking awesome. They'd be great with that set. And then immediately after I got this, I got the rest of the set. So I was like, alright, we're doing this. Like, next day. Awesome power. Bone Spear now costs 40 essence and deals 377 increased damage. That's a huge, huge increase, specifically for this set. You couldn't ask for a better drop. I have my gauntlets again that I had in the pet build. Your golem sheds a corpse every second. So useful. Then we have the Pestilence, the Johnstone. The the one thing about this thing is I will show you why I'm really debating about changing my clones to the Land of the Dead, and I want to show you why, but I'll get to that when I get to the set. I still don't have anything for bracers for the dam. Now, last time, actually, when I did the pet build, the drops I got from that was a set of the focus and restraint. They're not great, but they're way better than what I had, considering that all I have to do is throw out one thing of bone spikes, get 50% more damage. Then I throw out one spear and get 100% more damage, and I just go back and forth and just wreck face. They both have gems in them, which are really nice. I can't remember. I think I did regenerate life per second to just get my life regeneration up. Alright, now let's go over the set itself. The two-piece is each corpse you consume fires a corpse lance at a nearby enemy. Now that is why I'm thinking that the necklace will be really good. Now, so it's corpse lance and corpse explosion by 170% while outside of the Land of the Dead. Doesn't say for a specific amount of time either. So I don't know if it can just continue to stack or if it just lasts for so long and it didn't specify or what. And in this video, I'm actually going to test it for you guys to see exactly, how great this is, because I just got this set and I tested it out. I did a Torment 10 Rift, and what happened was it was easy. Like it was a breeze. It wasn't too overpowered. Like I said, if I stayed back, I usually one or two shot pretty much every enemy, even elites. Now with this, but like I could notice that when I went up and gathered energy, my corpses that was up there with my golem and whatnot fighting, the corpse lances weren't doing anything for damage. So I'm thinking that maybe this will be that definitive little boost to where it'll actually be worth it. So we'll find out. Okay. Set 4. Each enemy you hit with a bone spear reduces your damage taken by 2% up to a maximum of 50%. Lasts 15 seconds. So hit him with 25 spears. Which isn't really that possible, really, now that I think about it. Throwing out that many spears. I mean, I guess it could be, but it would only last 15 seconds anyway. But it's some damage reduction. It's nice. It's not that bad. And then here is a crown jewel. Each corpse you consume grants an empowered bone spear charge that increases the damage of your next bone spear by 3,000%. Now, I was watching, and I don't know if you guys will be able to see it on the screen, but down in the left-hand corner, you can accumulate 100 charges of this empowered bone spear. So that basically just means you will have more bone spear, than you can possibly use easily. The only time I had trouble is when I died. I did try a 10, and I don't know, I just kept getting messed up. So when I died, I had to take the time to kind of just accumulate more corpses and get it. A good way to do that is the flesh golem, to use him and absorb the 8 corpses, and that way you got 8 charges. I have not found anything else that I could use for really powers. So I'm pretty much stuck with using the Bone Ringer, since I am actually using it. And of course the Requiem is a great addition to the Devour. Increases your essence and life gain by 100%. And in the access, it grants over 3 seconds after that. So if you have, 3 Force Essence and go up and absorb 10 corpses, you can then pretty much have anything for free for the next 3 seconds, which is huge. And that's a continual thing, especially with this set. Now this is something that I did see as well. I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this real quick, and then we're gonna use. See, that's gonna be the problem. I'm gonna need hands. Then I'd lose that. So Corpse Whisperer is another thing if you want to go into the Corpse Lance. Right now I cannot do that because I would lose my set bonus. Because I would lose either my set bonus or my corpse every second. So for right now, let's just let's see how the Land of the Dead. Yeah, let's do that. That way I can get a whole bunch of free lances or spears. Alright. We'll go down to Torment 10. By the way, with the Focus and Restraint with my pet set, jeez. Alright, starting off strong already. Alright. With the Focus and Restraint with my pet, I got to Torment 11 pretty easily. I can handle 12, but die a couple times. So that's where I am with that. Again, I will probably speed up this gameplay for you so it's not 10 minutes. But as you can see, the farther away they are, seems the more damage they're doing. Taking out whole groups, tons of corpses. Every once in a while I throw out a bone spike to activate focus. Oh, I got a group down here. Oh, dead already. Again, no problems at all with Essence. I can spam it pretty much as I want. Impervious to damage. Now, go up here, suck these up. See how those corpse lances, like, they look cool, but they don't really do anything. Like, I kind of wish that, like, it would almost give me charges of that too. Look at that, 3-4 hits, a yellow gold bar, just went down like nothing. There's another gold bar. Boom, dead. Just like that. Full group, just one-shotted. Very, very powerful. Very lucky that I found that weapon. Just whole groups with just one or two of these things. Alright. I'm gonna stop my commentary here and fast forward the rest. Okay, there you have it, guys. Torment 10. Again, not quite the highest, but a good starting point. Blew right through it. The only problem I had was with the damn Rift Guardian. He did a rock fall from the top. You are pretty squishy as a Necromancer. I try to focus on health and health gain, so real big burst damage like that really messes you up. I was hoping that could kill him before it fell. Turns out that didn't happen. But I came back, hit him with maybe 2 more spears, and called it a day. He was done. All in all, a really good set. I really enjoy it. Like, it's a little bit more active than the pet build, like where you're not just constantly spamming like the skeletons. And in all honesty, so next time, so you guys know, this dropped when I was testing out this build, and this is my 5th piece of the next set. Is all around bone armor. Now, one thing I do like is this passive right here I've been wanting to look at. Increases armor by 100%, reduced by 10% for each active minion. So I'm kind of thinking a not pet build at all. Like maybe just the golem. That'd still be like 90% increased armor. And yeah, your golem and my, corpse generation, which is really, really nice. I don't know what it is, but I think it's spoiled me, which is fine though. Now, there's only one other set that I know of, and it's this one right here. I don't know how to pronounce that, but that's going to be Trag. The Trag set. Now, I only have one piece of this as long as I've been playing, which isn't actually that much, but I have only received one piece of this so far, and it's about Blood Rush, gaining life, and using the life-spending abilities, the blood magic. And it looks like it's going to be ridiculous. Your life-spending abilities deal 3,300% increased damage, but cost twice as much life. So, things like leech are going to be very important. I want you guys to check this out here real quick too, because most powers have a blood version of them. So instead of 500% more damage that this bone spear causes, it's 650%. So not only do you have 150% bonus there, you get the 3,300% from the set at 10% life, which will be increased to 20%. that to me says like all the different powers that have a blood version of them are, are going to be overpowered compared to their normal stats, which I think is going to be really cool. Like I think that would be a really, really interesting set, and to be able to like have to balance your life gain versus your damage out, because if you don't have any damage, is 650% of garbage is still going to be garbage. But you're going to have to really, really be careful about spending way too much life, not getting enough life back. The curses, the passives, maybe even the dark mending, where it heals you for more, using the blood siphon. Where to go? Siphon blood. And there's even one where it restores just health. This is going to be huge. It doesn't restore any essence. So if you use Drain Life to restore all your health, and then Devour to restore your essence, which I don't even know if you'll need, simply because you're using just your life. So that's going to be a really, really interesting build. And I hope you guys stick around for that. I hope you guys liked the video. I enjoy making them. I'm super, super impressed how fast I'm getting these sets. I've always loved the fact that Diablo is not stingy when it comes to loot. I am just swimming in it. I'm getting all the real nice pieces with not a huge grind. I'm just playing the game. I'm just doing graders. I'm up on Torment 10 and whatnot, but even still, that's normal. That's the power level that I'm at, and I absolutely love that. And Diablo, if you like, I'm going to be tweeting this out at you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for bringing out the Necromancer, for keeping true to what you guys do with the loot. It is great. I wish all games would follow you like this. Especially games like Destiny and hopefully Anthem and other games in the future that come out. The next game that I'm looking forward to is a game called Fortnite. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but look it up. It looks really, really interesting. It's gathering, it's scavenging, it's surviving, it's zombie apocalypse, it's building, it's gunplay and swordplay and everything. And it looks a little cartoony, but that's okay, because games can look any way that you want them to. It's all about the gameplay, and it looks absolutely just phenomenal. It looks fun. Like, that's the thing. It looks fun, and it looks like to where you will be continually growing in it as well, getting different guns, get different schematics, different traps, all kinds of different stuff. I hope that you guys will join me on that as well. If you guys like this video and want to see more for Diablo, please leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe for more videos. It really does help me out, and I appreciate it a whole lot. Until next time, guys. And as always, this is for you, bro.